Hey folks, I just got back from watching The Long Walk. It's a Stephen King film. For those of you who may not know, came out about 2 weeks ago. Whew, man. Um, that film is still sitting with me. It was it was a lot. It's a lot to like digest. Basically the concept of the film. It's actually from, I believe it's from Stephen King's first novel back in like the late 70s, so it takes place during that time period. Um, the two main characters, Ray and Pete, are fantastic. And basically, the premise of the song is, or excuse me, the premise of the movie, of the film, is there's 50 younger males who have to walk over 300 miles over the course of 5 days to get a prize at the end. And if you falter below a certain speed of your walk or you venture off the course, um, you get your ticket. And um, it's uh, it's a lot seeing it. There's some gruesome scenes. Um, but the two main characters, Ray and Pete, are fantastic, and I found myself really getting invested in the characters of the film and feeling sad after these characters were gone one by one. And I left that film with like this heaviness over me. And I don't know if it's just the accumulation of the last week with everything that's going on with the mom in law, even my own mom's recovery from just a few weeks back. But that film really, really, like, it's still sitting with me. Like, I got home and I just was like, I'm walking up the steps and I got to the door and I'm just like, Jesus. That film, there's a really this kind of throwback vibe that kind of, in a little bit of way, there's like even if it's just a smidge, there's this smidge kind of, I felt this smidgen of Stand By Me and that kind of camaraderie amongst the characters of the film as they venture off into this journey, for lack of a better word. This film has some heart too. It's not just like some gruesome scenes, but there's this heart to the film and to especially the main characters of the film. You feel this bond and this friendship that's developed over the course of these 5 days amongst these characters who are participating in this long walk. And I'm not going to give away the ending, but I think the ending is left open to interpretation. I've never read the book. I don't read much novels, to be honest with you. I've always enjoyed Stephen King. I've always enjoyed his films. And this one, I think, and I don't want to maybe put it in unfair territory because I know that there's going to be people out there who will watch it or have seen it who just won't agree with my take on it at all. And by no means am I a movie critic, as you can tell. But this film, in terms of the way it's shot and in terms of the story and the way this film sits with you after, it's up there for me with the Shawshank Redemption and the Green Mile. And I know, like, those are, and I know it's especially for a lot of people, the Shawshank Redemption, like, that's just untouchable territory. Because for me, those two films are just brilliant films. And this film has some of what those have. But for me, anyway, those films had more hope to it. And not that there's not hope in this film, because there is. There's compassion in this film. But at the same time, there's also this feeling of hopelessness and dread at the same time. And I'm sitting there in the theater just watching all this unfold, and I'm just shaking my head. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, this film is, it's heavy. It's a heavy, heavy film. It's so good, though. And that's not even doing it justice. Saying that this film is so good for me is not doing this film justice. And I'll say it again, and you can let me know if you've seen it, or if you're gonna see it. Let me know what you think of it in the comments after you've seen it. If you stumble upon this video, that film, you need to go see it. If you haven't seen it yet, go see it. If you've seen it, I really would love to know your take on it. And as far as the ending is concerned, I'm not going to give away any details of the ending. And for those of you who haven't seen it and might go see it, there's no post-credit scene, so you don't have to wait around after the credits roll. But you're probably going to find yourself sitting there for a minute or two. Um, the ending, I think, is left open to interpretation, in my view. And I'm sitting there thinking of, like, well, what does this mean? What does this ending mean? And I think it's done on purpose. And for me, like, I on the drive home, I kept thinking of the ending, and I'm just like, for me, that ending was, we have to live with the decisions we make. We have to live with the decisions we make. That's a little tongue twister. That's what I took away from that ending. The decisions we make follow us. Good, bad. And like, I felt that. I felt that ending of the film. And I'm not trying to overanalyze anything. And I also know that I could be way off base for what Stephen King had in mind for the ending. Again, I haven't read the novel. And maybe in what the director had in mind. But I feel like the ending was purposely left open to interpretation. And that's what I took away from that ending. It was good to get away from the movies. Now I feel like I need to watch some kind of comedy. I might have to go watch The Naked Gun here at home and rent that on the Apple TV here, because I think I need a little comedy right now. But man, that film was damn good, guys. Um, I'm glad I went and watched it. It was really, really good. It was really damn good storytelling, and it's a it's just it's Stephen King. Like, Stephen, everybody knows Stephen King as the master horror and It and everything else, and I love fucking It. Like it's everything. But man, Stephen King writes these novels. They're adapted to screen, and they just like they really hit you with the human aspect. And I'm gonna find myself thinking about this film probably through the rest of the night. It's 7:13 p.m. right now here in Los Angeles, and I'm still thinking about that film. And it got over about an hour ago. Whew. Anyway, I wanted to get on here and just kind of say my thoughts. I know they're kind of scrambled and all over the place, but that's my take from this film. Again, if you haven't seen The Long Walk, I recommend you go see it. If you liked the Stephen King films, it's definitely worth a watch for sure. Anyway, I am going to go watch a comedy or something. I need to laugh a little bit after all that and get rid of some of this heaviness that I feel in my body and yeah, unwind maybe a little bit. Anyway, y'all take care and be good to one another, all right? Peace out.